Ever feel like you're just going through the motions, living life one day at a time, stuck in a story that feels like someone else is writing the script? You handle challenges, you celebrate the small wins, but deep down, there's this nagging feeling that you're not really in control of the plot. Well, what if I told you that you are living in a story, but you've only been reading one page at a time? What if you could learn to see the whole book of your life, every chapter, every sentence, as a fluid, editable manuscript? In this video, I'm going to show you how to activate what we'll call your 4D mind. Now, this is a powerful metaphor for a way of thinking that helps you rise above the single page of the present moment. I'll show you some practical, grounded techniques to mentally reframe your past and consciously design your future. Stick with me because this framework could completely change how you see your reality. Most of us operate from what you could call a 3D perspective. We're moving through the world, moment to moment, on a straight line called time. It's kind of like being an actor in a movie who only knows their current line, totally unaware of the director, the script, or the scenes that are still to come. When we live this way, it's easy to feel like we're at the mercy of our circumstances. A rough conversation at work torpedoes your whole day. A past mistake suddenly defines what you think you're capable of now. An unexpected bill creates an instant reality of stress and scarcity. We're just constantly reacting. Problems feel like solid walls, and opportunities, they seem like random bolts of lightning that only strike for other people. Have you ever tried to manifest something or shift your mindset, and it just feels like you're wishing into a void? Yeah, we've all been there. That feeling of powerlessness is the signature of the 3D trap. It's the belief that reality is fixed, the past is set in stone, and the future is just some unknown territory we have to stumble into. But that's only one way of looking at it, and it's definitely not the most powerful. So if you're serious about creating a different quality of life for yourself, this next idea is essential. The solution is to shift your perspective from 3D to what we're calling 4D. Let's be clear, this isn't about some complicated physics lesson. The 4D mind is a mental model, a metaphor for achieving a higher level of awareness. In our model, the 4D mind is the ability to mentally step outside the linear flow of time and see your life from a completely different vantage point. Let's think of it like this. Imagine you're standing on a busy street corner. Your view is pretty limited, right? You only see what's right in front of you. That's the 3D perspective. Now, imagine you could hop into a helicopter and soar high above the city. All of a sudden, you don't just see your corner. You see all the streets, the shortcuts, the traffic patterns, and the different roads. You can see where you came from and all the possible paths to get where you want to go. You see the whole map. That elevated view, it is the 4D mind. It's a state of awareness where you realize your past, present, and future aren't just rigid points on a line. They're all part of an interconnected dynamic system. From up here, the past isn't a weight dragging you down. It's just a collection of memories and the meanings you've given them. And the future, it's not some scary, unknown place. It's a field of potential waiting for you to make your mark. When you start operating from this higher perspective, you stop being just a character in the story. You start becoming the author. So, how do we actually do this? It boils down to 3 practical techniques. These aren't magic spells. They are grounded psychological tools for directing your focus and reframing how you see reality. First, we have to change our relationship with the past. A fascinating way to do this was inspired by the New Thought philosopher Neville Goddard, who called it the pruning shears of revision. Now, Goddard's work was metaphysical, but we can apply the core idea using a recognized psychological technique known as cognitive reframing. This isn't about denying that something happened. It's about changing the story you tell yourself about it. Your memory isn't a perfect video recording. It's a reconstruction you strengthen every time you recall it. This technique allows you to consciously rebuild it in a more empowering way. Here's a simple exercise. Think of a small, unpleasant interaction you had recently. Maybe someone was a bit rude, or you felt awkward in a meeting. Close your eyes. In your imagination, replay that scene, but this time, rewrite it exactly as you wished it had gone. Imagine the conversation being smooth and positive. Imagine the other person being kind. Really feel the sense of peace and satisfaction that comes with this new version. Do it a few times until this revised scene starts to feel more natural. By doing this, you're not changing history. You're changing the emotional charge that the memory holds inside you. When you neutralize the negative power of the past, it loses its authority over your present feelings and future actions. The second step is to define your future not as something you're wishing for, but as a reality that's already complete. This is the core of an idea called living in the end. It means assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled. This is more than just faking it till you make it. It's about embodying the state of being of the person who already has what you desire. And this taps into a really interesting way our brains work. Your brain has a built-in filtering system, sometimes called the reticular activating system, that directs your attention toward what it thinks is important. When you consistently focus on a goal and immerse yourself in the positive emotions of achieving it, you're essentially training your brain to start looking for things that match this new reality. You begin to notice the people, ideas, and opportunities that align with that state of being. Things that were probably there all along, but you were blind to them before. So ask yourself, who would I be if my biggest dream were already a fact? How would you walk? How would you think? What kinds of decisions would you make? Start to carry yourself with that energy now. If you desire abundance, practice feeling secure and free today. If you desire love, cultivate the feeling of being worthy and connected from within first. When you start to neutralize the past and embody your future, something incredible happens in your present moment. You start to see with new eyes. You know how the slug bug game works, right? You never really notice Volkswagen Beetles until you start looking for them, and then suddenly they seem to be everywhere. Opportunities work the exact same way. When your mind is primed to see problems, it will find problems everywhere. But when your inner state is aligned with success and possibility, you'll start to perceive the pathways that lead to those outcomes. Those coincidences, synchronicities, and sudden insights you'll start having, they aren't nearly as random as they feel. They're often the direct result of you consciously retuning your focus. You've changed the filter through which you view reality, and now you're finally seeing the opportunities that were hidden in plain sight. To make this feel more real, let's do a quick guided activation. Find a comfortable spot and gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, just let go of the day. Now, I want you to imagine your timeline stretching out in front of you. See the path of your past behind you and the path of your future ahead. You're standing right here in the present. In your mind's eye, begin to float upwards, rising above your timeline. Go higher and higher until you can see the whole thing from beginning to end, like you're looking at a map. You're no longer walking on the path. You're the observer of the path. This is your 4D perspective. From up here, look back at your past. Pick one small memory from yesterday that caused you a bit of stress. See it for a moment, and now, using your power as the author, mentally rewrite it. Imagine it unfolding in the most wonderful, positive way. Feel the relief and joy of this new memory, and now let it go. It's done. Next, turn your focus to the future. Think of one goal you truly desire. Instead of seeing it way off in the distance, imagine yourself stepping directly into the moment it's fulfilled. See what it looks like through your own eyes. Hear the sounds around you. And most importantly, feel the emotion in your heart, Feel the gratitude, the joy, the absolute peace. This feeling is real. It's yours right now. Hold that feeling for another moment. This is your creative power. This is your 4D mind in action. Now, take one more deep breath, and when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. What you just experienced is the fundamental shift. You are not a passive character getting dragged along a fixed timeline. You are a conscious creator with the ability to reframe your relationship with the past and set the emotional compass for your future. This is the core of activating your 4D mind. It's how you start to see the connections, the pathways, and the opportunities that most people trapped on a single page of their story will always miss. Remember, the power to write your story has been with you all along. If this idea resonated with you and you're ready to explore this further, watch my video on how to have quiet confidence. See the link above? I'd love to hear from you too. Drop a powerful declaration in the comment below. Tell us about a sad moment from your past and how you will be reframing it to manifest the future you envision. And thank you for watching.